chairman of the commission is a requirement that he be a lawyer, and therefore there was that back and forth in NADCO, and many people who presented before NADCO argued for the case to have the requisite skills in ICT, accounting, so that we need not to be fighting about numbers. Tallies. Tallying is a summation of numbers. 1 + 1 is 2, it can never be 3. And therefore we need accountants to ascertain that 1 + 1 is always 2, not 3. Because lawyers can argue that 1 + 1 is not necessarily 2, it could be 3. And they will find a clever way of arguing that 1 + 1 is 3. But accountants are factual, and therefore, not just speaking for accountants, even ICT experts, because the transmission of election results, you know, is one of the issues that has been a very sticky issue during transmission of election results. We want that comfort in future elections, that when results are transmitted, we do not want to hear lawyers arguing in court whether a PDF is something that you can hijack somewhere in between the transmission area from your constituency or your sub-county headquarters to Bomas of Kenya. We want commissioners who understand what a PDF document is, what a JPEG document is, and how possible, how easy is it to manipulate those particular documents, whether when people demand servers to be opened. We need commissioners who understand what these servers are. And that is why, in the wisdom of the NADCO committee, we found it necessary to have that particular amendment. Honorable Speaker, I don't want to belabor everything because we want to allow members to contribute well ahead of time, but let me ask all of us to support this as among the NADCO statutory instruments that we adopted in this House, were also adopted in the Senate, and we have committed, as I said, between ourselves and the minority leadership that we want to hasten the process of ensuring that all these National Dialogue Committee statutory instruments are debated and agreed on by both houses for the full implementation. And I do not need to belabor the importance, especially of the IEBC Commission, to be in place. With those many remarks, I do pray for your support, honorable members, in this process and in adopting this IEBC Amendment Bill of 2024. And with those many remarks, I beg to move, and I want to request the Honorable Leader of Minority now to second. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I rise to second, and I want to thank my good friend, the Deputy Minority Whip, who was on standby to perform this onerous task in my absence. But now that I'm back, I've taken charge. Honorable Speaker, let me start by saying this, that this is the first NADCO bill to get to the second reading stage. As you recall, NADCO produced a total of 9 bills. 9 bills. This is the first NADCO bill to get to the second reading stage of the House legislative process. And I want to say from the very outset that this is a bill that we should support and pass like yesterday. Honorable members, you might be sitting here and you forget that there's a constituency in Mandera County known as Banisa, which has gone without an MP for now more than a year, for the reason that there has been no functioning IBC in place. It is such a serious matter, honorable members, that we cannot afford to be oblivious to. And therefore, the passage of this bill must be hastened, if only to address the constitutional requirement of equal representation in this country. That is one. Two, Honorable Speaker, as a country, we cannot afford to tempt fate all the time. All the time tempting fate. Why do I say so? You know, God forbid, if we were to have vacancies, concurrent vacancies in the office of the president and that of the deputy president, what would happen? In the absence of a functioning IBC, what would happen, Honorable Speaker? You are a lawyer.
for God forbid, but if anything happens to the president, the deputy president takes over.
He's not allowed.
And if the deputy president takes over, he appoints also his vice president.
I am saying,
have to go through elections.
I'm asking